Hi everyone. Hello. So tonight I'm going to talk about embracing your emotions. So when we talk about emotions, we talk about managing how we can manage them. So we have a tool for that, a concept actually, and it's emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is, well, it's basically the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, for me, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. So there's also actually a measure tool called emotional quotient, EQ. And at the end of my speech, I'll give you a website of how you can measure your emotional intelligence tonight. It's often also associated with building better mental health, connecting obviously with others, sharing the good vibes. But in my own words, for me, it's basically being aware of how we feel and be able to put words against our emotions and identifying the emotions of others and understanding them. So simply put, I'd say it's connecting the heart and the brain. According to an American psychologist who helped to popularize emotional intelligence, he's called Daniel Goleman, there's 5 key elements to it. They are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills. To demonstrate how we can assess our emotional intelligence, I've experimented journaling. So I've been writing down every day for 2 weeks how I felt and the impact I had on myself and others. So what is journaling? Basically writing down everyday life. So who of you have written a personal diary when they were little or now? Who have taken part in this? Be honest. Okay, yeah, there's a few of us can relate. The others, you're either too shy to share or you missed out. You missed out because for me, when I was around 10 years old, scribbling my days, writing about the little conflict I had, my friendship management, was actually quite interesting. I even had a lock on it, so my parents couldn't read. And today, so journaling is the adult version of when we were writing in our personal diaries. I'd say there's a lot of benefits doing it. As I said, I could record the impact of how I dealt with my emotions for 2 weeks. What were they? So I noticed a few things. I noticed 3 things, actually. I noticed that I could distance myself more from my emotion and think more pragmatically, because obviously, some of you might know, I'm very hot-tempered, so I'm fiery. Some say it's because I'm French, so that's how we are. We react violently. I don't know. Maria, do you agree? Yeah. Okay. I manage that better. So now I can basically think back, breathe, and just think, okay, maybe I should just keep that for myself and have this conversation in my head. It sounds better, and then I address it publicly. Managing emotional intelligence. It's also noticing other people's emotion, being aware of their behavior, why they act a certain way, and just understanding the others better. It also allowed me to feel. So during this experiment, I realized I wasn't allowing myself to feel a certain way. For example, at work, I felt a lot of pressure and I couldn't manage to get away with it. It was just a vicious cycle, and I was feeling more and more stressed, more and more frustrated, more and more trapped, like a prisoner in a cage. I couldn't get away from it. Why? Because I simply didn't allow myself to feel this way. I just told myself, Sandra, you don't have time for this. You can't have the luxury of being stressed, being frustrating, being sad, being whatever I was. So there was a lot of repression. And the result was, the more I told myself this, obviously the more stressed I was, and the more, etc., etc. So I started acknowledging my stress, and I addressed it. How? For example, procrastination. So when I was procrastinating a task at work I didn't want to do, it made me feel awful, obviously. So I started noting down what I could do about it. And well, simple things like just start your day with the most difficult task you have to do, and then you get rid of all the stress and depression, the pressure, things like that. There are some I would say some things you can do to improve your emotional intelligence, or just be more aware of how you act around it. And it's just to observe how you react to people, look at your work environment, do self-evaluation, just every day asking yourself how you feel today, what you can do about it, take responsibility of your actions, examine how your action will affect others, etc., etc. And allow yourself to feel. I would say the more aware you are, the better you will address that. And I believe that when you speak with the heart, with your guts, with what we feel, then you have a better impact, the greater impact you will have on others, on yourself, in your everyday life. So embrace your journey, embrace your awareness, and embrace the good vibes you are going to share around with people. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. What a wonderful and emotional and heartfelt speech you